So I am back with another video. I'm using my microphone and my laptop webcam because I was going to record a video on my camera, but it kind of died. So I have to charge it, and I'm like, well, I still want to make the video, so I'm just gonna record it on my webcam and use my microphone because the audio on here on my laptop sucks. So I'm actually really happy that I have my microphone so that way you guys can actually like understand what I'm saying. But I apologize if my mouth doesn't match um, my like when I'm talking. My camera isn't really that good on here either. I think it's maybe a little bit better than most webcams, but still, it's not that great. So yeah, but anyway, I wanted to record a video today. I wasn't actually going to. I mean, I might have, but I didn't really have any ideas. But I was at the gym and I was doing cardio, health nut, and I actually, I normally like when I'm doing cardio, I watch videos like on YouTube or something to kind of kill the time because for me, I just don't like when I'm working out. I listen to music, but when I'm doing cardio, I like watch videos because for me it just helps kill the time. And honestly, I hate doing cardio. It's like not fun for me. It's really boring and it's time consuming. I'd rather be lifting weights, but I have to do it. Me work out, kind of have to. So to help get through my dreadful time of cardio, um, I like to watch videos. So I like to watch all the videos to get through the 30 minutes. Um, so I actually was watching Crissy's new video. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, it's Crissy Danielle. Um, I still watch her and Damo and all that stuff. I, you know, have an opinion, but I'm not gonna go there because I've already gone there. But the reason that I am making this video is because of some things that were talked about and discussed in her video. Um, I don't agree with a lot of things. Well, not I wouldn't say a lot, but I don't agree with some things that were discussed in the video. Like I said, everybody's like able to or allowed to have an opinion, just like I am. So it's fine that she feels this way. It's fine that Mila feels this way. But for me, in my opinion, in my beliefs, I don't think that it is right. I don't think that. Um, I think that their opinion on this matter is um, is shadowed by negative experiences, maybe. Because that's why I think a lot of people think that way, or they just don't understand it, which is really weird to me. Um, one second, you guys. Hey guys, sorry, I'm back. I had to go check on my food and separate it and put it away, all the good shit. So I am back. So I apologize for that. Obviously it's only been like a second for you guys, but yeah. So sorry, I don't remember. Oh, yeah. I just think that some things that they were discussing was just I don't know, like ignorant in a way, and I mean that the nicest way possible. Um, because, and the reason that I say that is because I used to think that way. Um, when I was like insecure and I was going through a lot of trauma that I didn't really know how to cope with and all that stuff, which I will get into. Um, and it was like, and it was titled Unpopular Opinions About Lesbians, and I get that. but I just feel like things that they said just kind of like made it worse because it wasn't really helping their case. Um, so a couple things that I wanted to kind of there we go talk about was a couple things in the video that I want to talk about that kind of didn't really make sense to me. Um, was the main one that I kind of made me want to make this video was their opinion about bisexual people. And this is something that I have kind of struggled with. I'm not bisexual or anything, but like, let me just explain. So, growing up, I never really had a lot of positive male role models in my life. Um, so I just, a lot of them were negative, very negative, and so I didn't really like men all that much. Growing up, I had very bad experiences with men, um, so I really wasn't fond of them. I had this judgment about them. I was one of those like man haters for a while, growing up until I matured and I realized that not all men are assholes. So, and I kind of got over my trauma and all that stuff. So, um, yeah. So I guess what I'm trying to get at is that I don't know where I was going with that. To be honest, I apologize for the plane. You guys can hear that. Hold on. Good lord, I had to make this video at the most noisiest part of the day. Like, honestly. But anyway, just bear with me. Um, these walls, this house is old as fuck, so there's like no insulation, so you can hear like literally everything from the neighbors and outside and in here, and it's just like obnoxious. Um, and unfortunately, this microphone picks up literally everything. But anyway, um, so what I was getting at was I didn't have a good opinion about guys. I didn't like them. I was scared of them, and I just didn't like being around them. So, um, and I can admit to that, it was fucked up. Obviously not like that anymore. Um, so for me, where it kind of ties into the whole bisexual opinion and my ignorant opinion about it kind of stems from that. Um, so basically what happened was I was so against dating bisexual women. Like I did not want anything to do with them. Like if they were bisexual, I was just like, get away from me. I was fucked up. And I didn't want to date a female that was any way, shape, or form attracted to a man. I didn't want to date a woman that ever had sex with a man. I didn't want to date anyone that basically had any association with having a relationship with a man or wanting a relationship with a man. I was so hateful towards the males, species, that I didn't want anything to do with them, including my relationships. So, um, and my big thing was I had this, you know, I had this thought, stereotypical thought about bisexuals that, they're not committed. They won't want all of you. They're gonna crave a man, or vice versa. If they're a man, they're gonna want a woman. And I had these like that thought, and I'm like, well, I better be good enough, and I don't want somebody wanting another man. Like, fuck that. And that whole thing just kind of turned me off because I was ignorant. I didn't think, you know, obviously that's just a handful of people, and that's not always true because, straight people can cheat, straight gay people can cheat, so obviously I was just being retarded and stupid. So I wasn't thinking about that, and yeah, so I had the same thought. I thought that they were confused, and that was just because I was like questioning my own sexuality and going through my own stuff too. Um, but then like I think like maybe recently, like a few years ago, um, not even a few, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, like I started kind of like I wasn't hateful towards them anymore, but I still had that like weird thing about bisexuals for some weird fucking reason. And Ashley would always ask me like, oh, would you ever date someone who's bisexual? And I had a very strong opinion. I was like, no, fuck that. No, fuck that. Like, I don't, not gonna happen. Um, but I know that I'm married now, obviously, and it's not gonna happen. But if I was single and, all that, now that I know, not as ignorant as I used to be, um, I would be open to dating someone who is bisexual or pansexual, eversexual, you know, because I realize now that my thought process was caused by trauma and pain and ignorance. So now that I've kind of realized that and I've been able to kind of overcome that trauma, I don't feel the same way about that. And and I guess what I didn't agree with the video is basically that that's the same way that they feel that I felt kind of thing. Like they were kind of stating that they think that bisexuals are confused. I mean, that's what I got from it. You guys can go watch the video if you want to. Um, basically they're just like, if you're 100% gay, you don't go be with somebody who is unsure. And I'm like, you can be sure that you're bisexual. Like, I hate to tell you, but it's still part of the LGBTQ like community. Like, I get really irritated because and then like people that don't know me, like if I'm defending bisexuality, they think that I'm bisexual. I'm like, no, like I'm not bisexual. I'm gay as fuck. But I don't like, especially because I was at that place. I don't like when people think that way because they're thinking of it out of ignorance, so they don't know. They're just following stereotypes. And what irritates me, I think, the most out of the whole thing is that why are like why? Like even if I can go back and slap the old me, like you were literally fucking retarded, like why did you think that way? Like you're so stupid. I would. I really would. Actually, I'd probably slap myself for a lot of things. I would have a really fucked up face if I could slap myself for all the dumb shit that I did. But um um but like that's what aggravates me. Is like anyone of the LGBT community, I'm sure, has had some form of hate, some form of judgment. So it's like, why are we gonna judge the people within our own community? Like that doesn't make any sense. Why are we gonna judge anybody actually? Um, I mean, I know we're gonna judge people to an extent, because having an opinion is having judgment. I mean, whether it's positive or negative, it's still having judgment because you're judging a situation based or with an opinion. So everybody has judgment, and that's fine. I mean, that's what humans do. We're all gonna have judgment. But when you judge something that someone can't change, it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, seriously. And, you know, I know there's bisexual people out there that want to fuck everything. I mean, but there are straight people that want to fuck. I mean, probably not everything, but, their own, the opposite sex. And there's gay people that want to fuck everything, and that, same sex, whatever. So, it doesn't mean that, I mean, that's fine. Like, if you want to do that and you want to be promiscuous, that's like up to you, honey. Like, do your thing. But that doesn't, like, it's like, I just feel like people just assume this negative stereotype about bisexuals, and it, like, irritates the hell out of me, because it's like, you, just because they're bisexual does not mean that they're gonna be unhappy with you. If they're unhappy with you, I'm pretty sure like 99.999 whatever, almost 100% of the time, it's because you're a fucking asshole. I'm just saying, like, if they're not happy with you, it's not gonna be because they, if you're with a bisexual female, okay, just hypothetically, and you're a female or a male, whatever, who cares, and your girlfriend, okay, is unhappy with you, 9 times out of 10, it's more likely going to be the fact that you're doing something wrong, or that they're just not happy with you as a person. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily craving the other sex, whether you're a guy and you think they're craving a female, or if you're a female and you think that they're craving a guy. Like, that's literally, there's probably a handful of bisexuals that actually want to be in a polygamous relationship because they need both. Just like straight people can be a polygamist in a polygamous relationship. But why is that okay to do? Which I'm not saying everybody agrees with that. Like, I would never do it, but like, it's fine. If that's what makes you happy, go for it, honey child. But like, why is that okay? But if a bisexual person wants to do that, it's not okay. As long as it's fucking consensual, who cares, you know? And I actually put my comment on the video, and I'm like, I don't agree with your comment or on that matter. Not all bisexuals are like that. And I'm like it's just, it's invalid. It's incorrect. I'm sorry, but it's stupid. It's literally fucked up to even say that. Like, how are you going to consider yourself a part of the LGBTQ community and then put judgment on one of the letters? Excuse me. And a lot of people are known for this, especially when they do it to really feminine guys. Like, the masculine ones. The masculine gay guys are always talking shit about the feminine gay guys, and it's like, okay, you know what? Don't even go there, because you are the one secretly topping them, so fuck off. Sorry, but it's true. I'm not saying they all do it. I'm not saying everybody in our community is hating on everybody else, but you know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about in this situation. So my thing about the whole situation is that, yeah, and I'm probably gonna split this into parts because there are numerous opinions about the video that I had that I feel like just need their own time. Cause, bitch. Yeah. So, yeah, because I don't want to make this like a long. It's already like 18 minutes. So I'm like, bitch, excuse me. But yeah, so that's my opinion on it. I just think that, you know, yeah, I just think that the things that they said were just, I don't even know. I can't even like put a word to it, because it was just so just mind blowing, and not in a good way. Like, it really was. I was not expecting them to seem so judgmental about bisexual people. Like, you know, and then the fact that like they just said that they don't agree, they think that they don't know. It's like, bitch, excuse me. I'm sure there's somebody in your life that told you that you were confused because you didn't, because they just assumed that you were just confused because you're like, oh, no, you're actually straight, you're just confused. Like, and it's kind of like, what the fuck? Like, you don't like when people judge you. And I was really dumbfounded. I was really dumbfounded on that. I was like, wow, okay. I was like, wow. I was honestly speechless at that point. And they also said, like, you know, basically like what I just said, like that they just think that they're gonna, you know, fucking whatever, that they're just gonna sleep around. They're not gonna be committed, and I'm just like, wow. I'm like, and like the reason I get so angry with it is because I was at that place. I had those beliefs, and I guess why I get so irritated because I'm just like, don't be a dumbass like me. Like, don't have those like thoughts because they're incorrect. Like, I'm sorry, but they are. So, but that's all I really have to say about the matter. I'm going to probably make another part kind of about the video. So, just want to show my bisexuals out there some love because I understand that you guys probably get the most judgment out of everyone of the LGBTQ community. So I apologize that I thought that I thought negatively of you at one point of my life, and I'm sorry that people treat you like shit because they think you're all whores, which you're not. So, like I said, just be you and fuck everybody else. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video.